Hey James, again, great topic on the same topic. I like doing the video response just because it's easier for people to picture, and the message can get lost in text very, very, very easily. So, I agree that a dog is only part of a personal protection program, but I guess it's my job as a trainer to maximize that line of defense. Absolutely agree that, gun beats dog almost every time. If the guy knows what he's doing, knife beats dog. So it's just a deterrent, but you want to maximize your opportunity to do damage, to save yourself, and ultimately try to save the dog. But the dog is, sadly, expendable. As far as the targeting goes, people who do sports primarily want a target. So in Schutzhund, the dog's going to hit the left arm within pretty much 6 inches of the target in the middle of the sleeve. It's presented almost always the same way unless someone's being a douchebag. In PSA, the inside arm bite, don't get me started on how much I hate that. It gives all the advantage to the decoy and none to the dog pretty much. And this is the international sign for I surrender. Don't know if you send your dog on someone who's doing this in a court case, you're fucked. So I won't get into that. But what I will get into is what I teach all my dogs and all my clients' dogs is primary bite, target of opportunity. I want the dog to bite low on the waist, in the crotch primarily, because most assailants are men and they're going to try to protect their junk. There's also the femoral artery, and if you get bit in the gentleman's sausage, you're going to have problems. You're going to have big, hairy problems. So even if you get away, we're just going to call the emergency rooms around and look for someone who's got taco meat dick, and we're going to find out where we can arrest him then. The other thing is that there's primary targets, there's secondary targets, there's tertiary targets. The targets have to be targets of opportunity. You have to teach the dog to bite and hold on to what's available. Just like a Schutzhund dog bites on an arm, then the dog should bite and hang on any spot, just like it's biting the sleeve there. So if the dog bites the ass, it should hang on to the ass. And if the dog's biting a leg, it should hang on to the leg. I can't tell you how many really good protection dogs with a lot of potential have never been taught legs. They get very confused when they see only legs available. They just won't take it. I have a friend who's running into that problem with a primary leg dog. The dog doesn't like to go up. That's a disadvantage to the dog. You can make a dog look foolish. A really good dog can look foolish if you don't teach it to take a target of opportunity. Punching in for pressure on a target that you have is super important. I teach that to dogs. When you feel pressure from above, from the decoy environmental, the quickest way out of it is through it. Punch through, do damage. The other thing too is that a lot of dogs will take a secondary target, but they're not taught to be comfortable on a secondary target. They're not taught what to do on a secondary target. Say they're an arm dog and they're on a leg, and someone starts to take this roll of paper towels and start to do this, they're probably going to want to jet and get to where they're comfortable. So you have to teach the dog to be comfortable on a bite that's not its primary target. Too many people don't teach the dog to be comfortable on a bite. They teach the dog to be comfortable on a target. So what does that mean? So if a dog is offered an arm and it's a leg dog and he's always gone to legs, okay, he'll take that, right? But now you shake him up a little bit. And what happens then is this dog goes, I got to get out of here and go where I'm comfortable. So it takes a dog that hasn't been taught to be comfortable, and the training makes this very strong dog look weak. The dog should think, and sometimes people don't realize that you have to teach the dog to think. That's why I don't like dogs that are myopic in drive, that just go. They just don't think, they react. That can be great, but it can also be a nightmare. So we want to teach the dog to be comfortable on the bite, pick the target, make the best of it. You want to teach things like pivot leg, fighting through pressure, and all of that goes to targeting for me. So anyway, that's my answer. I hope it makes sense. And here's a little video to explain what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is left outside arm without the leg available. This is left outside arm again, but just presented at the last second for what's available. Now you have a decoy walking away almost passively, and the dog, who's a crotch dog or a leg dog, took what was available, the ass. He's not going to let go and then come around and try to get his favorite position. This is groin. This is where the dog really likes to be. That's his favorite spot. But again, we teach him, take what's available and hang on. Target of opportunity is more important. So we've got the dog jumping up and seeing, here's the target of opportunity. That's what people have to start doing with a personal protection dog, because too many other things can go wrong. If a dog is continually looking for one target, then it's going to be very difficult. If this was an arm dog and he didn't know how to take legs, this is a completely different fight. The decoy's standing still, and then he moves quickly to his left. The dog goes, okay, he's going to have to keep his left foot on the ground because the right foot is up, so he takes the pivot leg. Now he can take pressure and he's going to hang on to that spot. Now here, in this one, I didn't like this. I would have preferred to see Walker keep the barrel in front of him so that the dog who wanted to go high would have to find a target and then hang on to it. And I think Walker let him in. But ideally in this situation, I would like to have the dog bounce off the barrel and then pick a target. Thanks for watching. I really do like the video response better because I can't stand typing. I can't. And I also think the video makes it easier for people to understand what I'm talking about. So if you like it, great. If you don't, fuck you. All right.